guys, welcome back again to my channel. It's been so long, and yes, I've been so out of beat. I've been procrastinating. Okay, I'm going to start up my channel again today, and today comes and it goes, another day comes and it goes. And yes, I think my last video was when I was pregnant. So now I'm this is December 3rd, no, December 2nd, almost 3rd, and my baby is almost 4 months old. But as I'm talking to you guys, I'm talking to you from the hospital. So this is the hospital room. My newborn, my 4-month-old, is sleeping over there. Yeah, this has been my journey since I had my baby, and I literally just finished watching a YouTube video right now, and it's all about starting up your channel again. But I can't start up my channel in this with this way, because right now my mental health is really free. I don't know what the right word to use, but right now I still need that space. I still need that time to get to recuperate, to get to know myself again, because I've been in and out of the hospital since I had my baby. You all know that I live in the United States, and now is flu season and all that. So I had my baby on the 7th of August, and on that same 7th of August, my baby girl, my first daughter, started school. So ever since she started school, she's been, this is her first time going to school, so she's been having cold. And I have 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids. And so having a newborn and a child going to school, they are prone to getting bacteria, cough, cold, every other thing from their friends in school. So my son, my newborn, is a boy. Within 1 month of coming back from the hospital, within 1 month postpartum, or 1 month of him being in this world, we got to go to the hospital again. We were there in the hospital for about 3 days. They did every kind of test on him. It was so sad even watching him, they looking for veins to get out blood. It was so hard. It took time before they could even get the blood. Not talk of, they had to even do a spinal tap to be sure he didn't have meningitis, because he was still very young, and he was having, they said it ended up being rhinovirus and RSV. They did COVID, they did everything. My little baby, just 1 month. If you're a mama, you understand what I'm saying. The veins are not being formed very well. Everything is still so very tiny. I was going through all that. Then after that, we went home, treated him, went home, and we started living again, Next thing, this past November, I've been in and out of the hospital like 3 times. The last one was, the hospital, we're still in, this is December, right? Yeah. So in November, we went to the hospital again. The first day, they just said, the nurse practitioner we met said, okay, she just gave us some saline spray that what's the right word? So she referred us to the pharmacy with our prescription, and we went there, we got it. We took them home. This was on a Sunday night. We took them home, my 3 kids. We took them home. We gave them everything. Then on the Wednesday night, my daughter started throwing up. So like, okay, we'll go to the hall. Let's see, maybe she overate or something. So throughout the night, we didn't sleep. Then first thing in the morning, we rushed to the emergency again. Remember I said we went to the emergency on Sunday. Then on Thursday, we went back to the ER. We got there, they did all the works on them, did x-ray, did everything. Both COVID, still, they came out and said it was the same rhinovirus and RSV. And they also had ear infection, all those big things. So they gave them antibiotics, went home. That same night, Thursday midnight, my newborn, because when I was in the hospital the first time with him, when he was still like a month old, they told me what to look out for to know if he's breathing or stuff and all that stuff. So I said, okay, I looked at him and I noticed he wasn't breathing fine. His collarbone here was getting sunk inside. Underneath his rib cage was really sunken, and you find out that he was struggling to breathe. So up again we stood, went back to the hospital. So this was now going to be Friday. So when we got to the hospital, the doctor that came in to see us was like, Mama, you're not leaving. We're going to have to keep him overnight. So that overnight they kept him, they put him on oxygen. Everything was going. The oxygen levels, I'm not really, I'm not in the medical field, so I don't want to make a mistake in what I'm saying. I'm sorry if my voice is just that I'm so tired, and I'm just tired, So excuse my voice. So that night we stayed over. The respiratory therapist, every other person was coming in and out of the room, checking on him. Then the next day, being Saturday, it still didn't change. The hospital was like saying that there's a level that they're authorized to go with the oxygen, and after that level they can't go. They have to refer us somewhere, and referring us somewhere determines if the children specialist hospitals have rooms, and if they don't have rooms anywhere in the state, that they'll have to fly us out of the state. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? What kind of thing is this? This baby is still so fragile, it's still so very young. Let me reduce this volume. Oh Lord. Okay. So after all that, luckily for us, they checked him. He wasn't still doing very fine. He ought to have started doing very, very well, considering that he has been on oxygen since on Friday and this was Saturday. So they now had to transfer us to a specialist hospital here. And the ambulance came in and took us down there. We got there, oh my Lord. You see, this life is so fragile. When we got there, immediately we got there, the ambulance, even while I was sitting down, they didn't allow me to sit down inside the back with them. They had to stay with the driver, but behind the driver. I heard my son crying. My heart shattered. I wouldn't say broke. My heart shattered in gazillion pieces. And I was like, God, I started praying my rosary. I was like, Heavenly Father, please lead me home, back home with my child. Then immediately, I still have some videos. I might put them, well, I don't know. It depends on how I feel when I'm editing. So we got to the hospital. Immediately we got in. Like about 10 different, both the doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, they all surrounded my son. They put in, my son wasn't breathing anymore. He was just struggling to breathe. He was just struggling to breathe. It was so hard. When we got there, they started suctioning him. And this suctioning is, so one of the respiratory therapists, I don't know, he's so hard, but he's good hard. He's a very good hard. What he did was good hard because he needed to do that. You know how as an adult you try to blow your nose and some kind of bloody particles come out. So he had to put a tiny little, I don't know what that is called, like a pipe or something, put it into his nose first. I don't know how he did it, but they suctioned out a lot of dried blood. That was how my son could not start breathing very well. They did all that. It was okay. They put him on very high oxygen, where they said oxygen flow and all those grammar. They did all that, and he was just there. They kept on checking on him around the clock. My nurse for the night was really good. All the nurses there were so good to us. They kept on checking on him. Later, they transferred us to another room. It was just so hectic. For 5 days, I was in the hospital praying for my son's life. But I thank God he survived it. So we got discharged, we got home. That night, it started again. He couldn't breathe. This was someone that they were monitoring. His oxygen level was okay. They removed him from oxygen and he was breathing fine. We got home again, it started. Early morning, we left the house. We drove down to another hospital, another branch, because the branch they took us to was very far from where we live. So we got to another branch. We got there. They kept him again in the room and kept on checking him. He said, okay, he's fine. We stayed for about 5 hours. We left. Now, since the weekend of Thanksgiving, he started wheezing. I thought maybe he's overweight or something like that. So I said, okay, let me reduce because my son he eats a lot. Normally I breastfeed exclusively. Normally breastfeed like 2 hours, every 2 hours. But this one wants to just put his mouth there. He doesn't want to go. He doesn't want to leave it. So I said, okay, I'm going to start regulating him. But the wheezing wasn't stopping. I looked at my son because he has pink lips. So when I look at him, sometimes it seems like as if the lips were dark. But later did I know that wasn't really good. It was coming to the hospital today that I found out that wasn't a good sign. So, but what made me come into the hospital again with him, he's been wheezing since the weekend of Thanksgiving. And like I said, this is December 2nd, 2023, and Thanksgiving is gone. I came in, I was with him this morning. He was, those signs I told you I was watching out for, the deepening of his neck and under his rib cage. So I just gave him to his dad a bit so that I can go freshen up. This was morning. The dad said that he was also noticing the way he's breathing, that this is not right. Then let's go to the hospital. I looked at my son. I was meant to go to school today, but I looked at my son. I said, you know what? Let's start going. Excuse me. Oh God. So today, again, I'm in the hospital with my son under the same oxygen, same RSV. I really don't know how the kind of heart that God gave to us mothers. I'm not saying that fathers do not also have the same feeling, but I tell you, it's the toll it's taking on my mental health. Like, I'm beginning to ask a lot of questions. I'm like, this is how people give birth to their babies, whole and hearty. And the next thing you hear is that the baby is dead. And all those, things. But I'm still grateful to God because I'm trying my best. I have a humidifier. I make sure that they're all covered. Even right now, I put off the AC here. It's kind of warm. I make sure I tighten him up and everything. If you're African, you will know about using rub, mentholatum, and all those things. I use that mixed with Vaseline. I rub it all over his body, all over their body. The elder ones are free right now, but it's still so sad for someone so fragile. And when he's coughing here, you think he's an adult that is coughing. Anyway, I just said, let me just drop this because sometimes I look at my YouTube channel and I'm like, I think I'm just being lazy. I'm not coming back. I know, but I'm judging myself too harshly. But I really need to take my time before I can come back because mentally I'm not there. And when I come to ask myself, okay, what am I going to create content on? Okay, I try starting a business, everything comes up again. Being a mom, it's quite hard, especially when you don't have help. You don't have any family around. No one to help you. I haven't really slept since I had my baby because maybe I came out from the hospital. I had to start with my baby girl that started school and my other son and now him. I haven't slept. I also applied for my mom to come over. Still, they didn't give her the visa. I really don't know. I just hope that I don't break down one day because I need to sleep. I need to sleep. I'm so tired. I can't even open my eyes very well, and I'm overweight. Right now, the weight is waiting. I can't even. And stress eating. I know this vlog is more like this. This video is more like I'm complaining, but I just needed to just say it out. And if there's anybody also experiencing this or going through something like this, let me know in the comment section how you're coping, what you're doing. Whew. I miss you guys though. So hopefully I get to post this video and we go from there. Thanks guys for watching. If you watched to this end, I'm grateful and thank you. And please, those people that will come to the comment section to come and talk anyhow, please spare me the details. I'm already too sad and too tired for that. But anyway, still thank you for watching. Have a good day and have a good rest of the weekend. Bye.